On today's episode of Unlocked, we've got Bob Menery. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so the best part about this podcast is I had no idea who you were.
And I had no idea who you were.
Exactly.
This is amazing.
So a friend of mine who works on Wall Street was like, you need to have this guy on because he saw you were coming to Nashville.
Okay.
And then I started doing my research on you.
Oh, boy.
And you got, also, there were some things that happened between yesterday and today. Or last night and today.
There was a lot of things that probably happened from last night to today. Depends what you're talking about.
When I was doing my research.
Oh,
but
okay.
you do have a really interesting life.
I live definitely an interesting life. I've had a very interesting life, yeah.
Okay, so growing up, you're from Boston.
I'm from Lawrence, Massachusetts, which is like the ghetto of Massachusetts.
Okay.
So
how was that growing up?
Growing up, I mean, it was this poverty. It was poverty-stricken area, you know.
Okay.
So for the first probably like 15 years of my life, I lived there. Then I moved to this town north of Andover, and then fast forward to graduating high school, went to film school, studied acting and theater. Want to always do acting and theater.
Okay.
And
yeah, your voice is insane.
I have a good voice when I want to turn it on. Yeah.
Yeah, like I heard some ads that you did and stuff in broadcasting. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I used to do. I was a national spokesperson, believe it or not. If you watch my stories, because I'm a maniac, I was actually the national spokesperson for Buffalo Wild Wings for 3 years.
That's insane.
So I was selling. Can you swear?
Yeah,
I was selling fucking chicken wings on TV for 3 years of my life, which was pretty interesting. I would go.
So like you were actually on TV, or your voice was on TV?
They didn't want to put this face anywhere, so it was just the voice, and that was it. So I'd just be like, 26 sauce and seasonings at Buffalo Wild Wings. And I would do that voice and all that.
No, stop. She knows it.
Yeah, that's what I did for 3 years. Pretty fun. It was pretty cool.
way.
It got all the pussy in the world. I got so much pussy from it. When I walked up to girls and I would talk to them, they would be wet thinking how I just sell chicken wings for a living.
Okay, and this is where, before we sat down for this podcast,
Do I have to talk normal?
I mean, before we got on, we said you're a guy's guy.
YouTube gets demonetized if you talk like this, right?
I mean, I would definitely...
Save it for like after the 5-minute mark.
I am so sorry.
It's
all right.
fine.
Okay.
You're fine. Well, that's what editing's for.
Okay.
But you really are a guy's guy.
I'm a guy's guy. Yeah, I mean, I definitely am into the, I promote heavy drinking. I promote heavy gambling. I promote just all the
healthy things.
All the healthy things and all the things that you do to just make your life just so amazing and fun.
But you have promoted those.
Mm-hmm.
Now, though, on your stories, you've talked about like cutting it all out.
I had to cut it all out. Not all out. I mean, I'm still like, I'll party, I'll have some drinks and stuff like that. But I don't know if anybody takes those things. I got really just kind of too into the Adderall.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Adderall was my.
I've never, ever. Like, I wouldn't even know if it shows you how I grew up and just how I wouldn't know what cocaine looked like. I would not know. I just don't know. I've never been around it.
That's really good that you wouldn't know that. That's a good thing. Yeah, no, Adderall is a very interesting drug. It's basically the exact same thing as like cocaine. A lot of people take it too, so it's like an interesting thing.
Well, it's very easily abused, right?
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, I think when I decided to stop, I took 8 pills, I think the night when I was going through my breakup shit, which is insane. Like that's 30 milligrams each. Yeah, that's fucking nuts.
So how do you act? Like, do you just act
just fucking
super hyper?
Yeah, you're just like, I mean, I would always channel it towards work, but it came to a point where I just like abused it way too much. I had to cut it out. But like, yeah, if you took an Adderall pill, what happens if you're feeling like lazy and whatnot? It just kind of gets you like going.
Okay.
But it's like you're not living in the present. You're just like hyper focused on certain things, and like it would just sometimes if you're hyper focused in like a bad thing that you shouldn't be, then it can be kind of just nuts.
So you're on day 3.
I'm on day 3 of just completely cutting it off. I mean, I'll never take it again for the rest of my life.
Really? So what was the turning point?
It was probably the shit that happened in my relationship that I was just like super hyper focused on, what had happened with me and my girlfriend that I dated for 2.5 years. I was going to marry, and fucking obviously that didn't end up well. And so I just took those things to just
numb.
I don't even know why. And I was like, bro, what am I doing? I'm like, I have a great life. I had a great life. I'm letting this girl get to my head, and like, no need for this. So I was just like, you know what? Let's just drop this.
Okay. So since you brought it up, from the time I started researching you last night, there was a photo on your profile of you two, and there was a video up.
I took the higher road. I took it down, and I took the podcast down.
Okay, you took it down.
I took the podcast down, and I took it down. I had to. I felt bad. I mean, like, listen, you're dating me. If you're dating me and you decide to do some stupid things, like it's going to be heard. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I say, because I live a very public life.
Exactly.
So it's the life I live. It's how I make my money. It's how
Yeah.
like, you knew what you were getting into
And I
when
needed
you
to
came on board.
I needed to upload a podcast. Plain and simple. I needed to upload a podcast. You know how it's like. You got to fucking hit a deadline. You got to upload a podcast.
Yeah.
And what am I going to talk about? Fucking the moon? No.
No.
I'm gonna talk about the shit that just happened.
So you were together for 2.5 years.
2.5 years. Yep. Met at EPLP the first night I met her.
What is that?
I was on a double date. It's a bar in LA.
Okay.
And I was on a double date, and she walked in. I was like, whoa, all right, she's smoking hot. Like, I'm like, I left the double date, just got up and just went over to her and was just like,
What do you mean? So you were on a date with another girl?
yeah, it was just boring as shit. Like, she had nothing to offer in a sense of like, I was just like talking her ear off, and like, she was like a wall. I was
Okay.
like, I was talking to a wall, and so I got up and I just went to her and I just walked over and I was like, I don't even care if you're not gonna let me stand here. I'm like, I'm buying you a drink, let's have a drink. And that's it. And then from that moment on, I told her, I was like, listen, I'm having a party with a couple people at the hotel across the street. You want to come by? And she came by, and there was no party. So I had my.
Wait, there was never a party?
No. I had my assistant. I mean, I'm a gentleman. Like, I'm not gonna like do weird shit. But I was
Yeah.
just like, I want to close a deal. I was in the prize. So I had my assistant like throw a little fake party, like put a bunch of stuff out.
Stop.
Yeah, I called them over, meeting them like, Brett, you gotta set this shit up immediately, please now. Like, act like it's a little party is supposed to happen, and it fell through. And so then it was me, her, my assistant Brett, and we were all just chilling, we listened to music, and then long story short, obviously closed the deal on the first night, which was pretty good. You know.
Well, again, guy's guy, definitely not a
Definitely
girl's guy.
closed the deal the first step. There was just a lot of chemistry. It took like 5 hours, and I was respectful. Like, while I was on the deck, I was like, can I kiss you? Like, you're beautiful. And she was
Okay,
just like,
yeah.
So I was like, and then I didn't make the move. I didn't try. She was like, I really want to just like, I was like, all right, let's go.
Okay, so question, do you think your wording of things, you kind of use humor because you know it works for your audience, even though it may be read differently amongst other groups of people?
I don't really give a shit what other groups of people think, to be honest with you. Plain and simple. I mean, I don't really care. I mean, I've done, for 6 years having everybody
I love
talk
that,
about you,
though.
talk negative. You know what it's like.
Oh, yeah,
You've been in
people-
stuff. You got to learn to just kind of block it out. It definitely screws your head in the beginning, but now I'm at the point where it's like, why do I even worry about it?
Yeah. So
But then after I met her, after that night, we obviously slept together and whatnot. I think 60 straight days we hung out from the day we met.
That's insane.
60 straight.
And you never once got tired of her.
No, we just had chemistry. It was never a moment where we get tired of each other.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but now you're not together.
Now we're no longer together. Now, she made a mistake early on when we made the pact with each other to, whatever. And then.
Yeah. So I listened to the whole podcast before you deleted it.
Did you really?
I listened to the whole podcast before you deleted it
Interesting.
about there
it was
being
a dark.
some.
I was all fucked up too in that thing.
Yeah. So about her making a decision she shouldn't have while you were together.
Mm-hmm.
And then the whole location sharing thing.
Yeah.
I had to bring that up because you insisted that like you have to share locations after.
No, I don't insist that you have to share locations.
Okay.
I think that you do whatever you want. Until you violate trust, then it's like, all right, I'm going to forgive you. I'm going to give you another chance.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like my life is, I don't have time to go and chase you around.
Oh,
and
it's
fucking
hard
run
to
into
trust
shit.
after that.
F that. And also too, like the reason with sharing locations is if you really care about the other person and they really care about you, right? It's a safety thing. A lot of people know me. She's a very good looking girl. A lot of people know her. She goes out by herself, something like that. I want to know where the fuck she is for safety reasons.
That's true. I mean, I share my location with like my key best friends.
Yeah, you
always.
should. You have to. You
Yeah.
know? So that was the point of it. I'm never like up dating a girl and then right when I like lock her up, be like, we're sharing locations now. Like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not
No.
going to share locations until you breach trust.
But do you think looking back, when it got to that point, you should have been like,
Yes.
done?
Yes. I mean, I would have saved 2.5 years of my
Okay.
life. Of course I wish. I mean, because I made her priority number one. I made business too, which is something I should have done. So, I lost a lot of money and lost a lot of opportunities to kind of do some things. And so that's that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the hard part is I don't think I've ever been in a place to ever put someone before my business.
That's a person I want to be and I'm going to be. I'm just,
Yeah.
I care about people. I care about her. And so that's it.
Okay. So now you're like going on the sober train. No, or not.
Going on the sober train, yeah. I'm going on the sober train. I'm getting my stuff back. I'm going to start cranking out these pods. Gonna get like 10,000 things I got to do. I got a little sports agency that I'm part of. I
Okay.
represent a couple of like athletes with my partner and a bunch of different stuff.
I love athletes.
I got some NASCAR race cars that I'm running. We just had a horse in the Kentucky Derby. I got a lot of stuff that we're doing. The Preakness coming up. We have Rumble. I'm helping
Yeah.
Chris kind of build Rumble up, that new platform, and
That's amazing.
a lot of different stuff. So I just got to get back to that instead of being like, "Where's summer? Where's summer? Where's summer?"
So have you reached the point to where you're like, where is she? What's she doing? where you're not asking those questions anymore.
Yeah, it's. I mean, we're officially. Yeah, I mean, I'm done. I can't go back after.
Would she want you back?
I think there's just too much toxic stuff in the air, and I don't think that. No, I don't think so. I mean, I'm not saying too. Also, in her defense, too, I not just putting all the blame on.
No, because
her.
she did what she did, and then you turned around and did what you did.
I retaliated.
Retaliate.
Yeah, I just retaliated, and that became toxic, and then it was just like too much. But we were in a groove. I thought we went past all that stuff. We were in that, and then. She'll blame like Bob was all fucked up on Adderall and shit like that. Which I don't blame her. I had some issues with that too. So
yeah.
I think that this is a point in my life with this that it's just time to regroup.
Yeah, because when you get in a toxic place with someone else and or yourself, it's almost impossible.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm on Oprah.
Hey, I'll take it.
I'm on Dr. Phil here.
No, because I went through the same thing of a toxic cycle. I mean, we dated 11 months, got engaged, called off my engagement, 6 months into it, and then continued dating for another 3 years.
Wow. So,
it was very toxic, very back and forth. You did this, so I'm going to do that. It was awful.
Yeah, it's bad. And it's funny. A lot of people, it's not, I'm just vocal about it, but everybody goes through it, and you tell that.
Yeah.
It's my highest engaging stuff. Like when you look on all the numbers and all that stuff, it's like when I talk about this stuff, it's the most clicks and all that stuff.
Because it's real. People want to hear it and know what's going on in your life. Because I feel like looking at your social media, you have really high highs and really low lows.
Oh, yeah.
So, and you also use humor to deflect. Mm-hmm. So what would you say, are there times to where it's you're literally dying inside but you just use humor because you're I have to get through the day?
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of stuff going on up here, so I don't know. But yeah, I think that I've had some really cool things that I've done in my life. And I think that I've had also some really dark times. And for some reason I like to show the dark times more. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I got to sit down like a psychologist and figure out why I do that.
Yeah. Do you have a therapist?
No, I don't.
I would recommend one.
Should I?
I would recommend one.
Man, why do you say it like that? Why?
She's not going either.
Hey, I've done intensive therapy. I've gone to programs.
Do they work?
They do.
Really?
There's a
would
place I've spoken about, and I do not get paid for this. It's called On-Site. It's great.
You get paid for this?
I swear to God, I don't get paid for it. It was literally a lifesaver for me.
What's the website? onsite.com?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Okay.
On-site workshops or something. I don't freaking know.
Okay.
But they've got one in California and one outside of San Diego and one here in Nashville.
Wow.
And it's great. A week, no phone, no computer, no technology, nothing.
Shut away.
Yeah.
Scooter Braun recommended that. Scooter Braun was the one who recommended that you kind of disattach for a week, a year.
Yeah. I'm with that because you have to regroup.
Mm-hmm. How are you feeling with everything going on with your situation?
You just get through it.
With your parents, I'm saying.
Yeah. You just get through it.
You just get through it? I'm sorry to hear all that stuff.
Thank you.
It's got to be a very difficult time.
It sucks. Mm-hmm. And politics involved and everything else. Mm-hmm. I mean, you see murderers out here getting maybe 10 years if you're lucky.
Yeah.
And then you get 12 years for an alleged financial crime. It's insane to me. Absolutely insane.
I don't know anything about it, but obviously I've been reading about it, so apologies.
It's honestly, but it is what it is. It's life. So I'm not that type of person to sit and sulk in something. Mm-hmm. I work and I figure it out. Also, if people are going to exploit your situation, you might as well exploit it yourself. Mm-hmm. Well, that's my whole viewpoint. If you're going to make money, I'm going to make money.
Did you fall into this? Did you fall into what you do based on what they had done? Did they put you into this world? This reality TV world?
TV, I guess, it happened when I was 15. So reality TV happened at 15.
That's when you started?
Yeah, when I started. So now I'm 25. So it just happened. Mm-hmm. And then I took it and ran with it. Obviously, with how political everything has gotten, show immediately canceled. It's amazing how people make so much money off of you for 10 years.
No, they don't give a shit. Who cares?
No,
it's
and
business.
then going gets tough and you're cut. Mm-hmm. But then obviously when one door closes, a heck of a lot more open.
I was going to say, there's obviously a way to, kind of use this to your advantage.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're doing. And too, obviously Scandal, it helps you. It boosts your numbers even more.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, 1,000%.
So because you had your podcast.
We did.
And that was the Full Send podcast.
We had the Full Send podcast, me and Kyle.
And that was 15 million views within the first 4 episodes?
Yeah, we had, when we sat down with President Trump, that was a big one. That one got taken down from YouTube on the first go around.
What?
Yeah, they flagged it for electoral something fraud. I mean, or something electoral talking. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but they were,
No way.
yeah. So it made 7 million views. We got 7 million views in less than 24 hours.
And why do you think it was so, like, was there something that was said in it?
I mean, they picked whatever they wanted. I think the interview was fine. They just picked whatever they wanted to take it down.
Wow.
Yeah, it was tough.
But did he say anything in it that caused that amount of viewership? Or do you think it was just him himself? Or
No, I mean, he hadn't spoken when Russia invaded Ukraine.
Okay.
It was the first time that the former president had talked on any platform.
how did you manage that? Like to get the president of the United States on, like, what made him say yes to you?
We had a very, very big platform, and the guys that I was partnered up with kind of were very, they're very right, and I think that the way it happened was an Adderall at 3 a.m. I took an Adderall at 3 a.m, and I was with Steve and 4 other girls in a hotel room, and we had nothing was happening. We were just literally just chilling.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that.
And so, long story short is, Dana White was the one, president of the UFC, was the one who got it. Dana's been a really good friend of mine.
And he's friends with Trump, right?
He did. He spoke.
Or I've seen stuff in the public about the two of them.
He spoke at he speaks at the Republican National Convention every year, or whatever, when it happens with Trump. And so, yeah, they're very tight. And Dana was a good friend of ours. And I had a couple people lined up to come in because I wanted to keep our podcast, not like just influencers. I want it
real world stuff
mixed along with that other stuff. And so, like I said, Russia, all that stuff was happening, and so we lined up 2 really cool people. I think I had former Secretary of Defense that I got on in there, and some CIA guy. And long story short, I was like, wow, let's go bigger. Like, why don't we just let's get the president? And so I was just like, everybody out of the room. I'm gonna figure this out. And so I shut the blinds. I stayed in there for a day and a half, and just was just pacing around my hotel room and just hitting up every contact that I had with really no tie directly to the president. So Don Jr. hit up a bunch, and that kind of was scratched the surface a little bit, a couple of my government guys and all that stuff. And finally, Dana was the one who pushed it over the edge. And before you know it, we were down in Mar-a-Lago and sat down with president.
That's amazing, because regardless, whether you're left or right, sitting down with any president of the United States is a huge deal.
That's why that's why all the shit I got for it, it's I'm just would you turn down a chance to sit down with any president that was ever in office?
Literally, any.
Sorry.
Despite political beliefs, whatever, it's having the president of the United States is such an honor.
And also, the other side wouldn't sit down with us.
Really?
Yeah, so of course we're going to sit down with whoever's willing to sit down.
Mm-hmm. And two, going, as we've seen now, Tucker Carlson is out of Fox. And so people are getting their news from social media, from podcasts, platforms like that, and hitting a younger audience is really where you make the change, where you get those votes we've seen it. And
he knew all that too, I think. Obviously he knew that their platform and our platform, my platform is a little bit 20, it's 24 to 30, not even, whatever it is. It's every college kid up to 35-year-old kid, male in the country.
Yes, kid, you had that right. 35-year-old kid, you had that correct.
35-year-old kid, which I am. And so, I think that obviously he knew that he saw our numbers. We had a really, really, really successful show out the gate. And, we were in the millions, I think, right away, right in our first episode.
That's amazing. Mm-hmm. Okay, whatever you did. Give me
push
all
it over.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I think hopefully, when we pop this out for you, and hopefully you'll get some, childish, degenerative, male followers now.
Great. Cannot wait.
Yeah. They're brutal. They are brutal.
It's crazy. Mm-hmm. How have you dealt with that through your social media platforms, with just how brutal people can be?
I deal with negative feedback a lot of different ways. If you just talk shit to me and it doesn't make sense, I'll just be like, you're a fucking idiot, and I block you.
Yeah.
If they actually bring up a good point and it's constructive criticism, I'll talk more about it with them and try and be like, all right, you have a point here, explain more. You're making a good point, and then I'll do that. And if they give positive reinforcement or positive whatever, I'll be like, you're the man, thanks.
Okay.
I talk to a lot of people in DMs every day.
Really?
I talk to so many people. I probably got... Yesterday,
you responded to me pretty fast.
I'm always on that little thing because I consider it dude, I had nothing when I first, I was living in a car 6 years ago, 7 years, maybe 7, 8, I don't even know. It was
so literally living in your car.
Yeah, in Los Angeles. I was carrying golf bags at a country club. I was literally working, I was hallucinating on crystal meth and was home. I'm totally
What?
Drug free.
No way.
Oh yeah, it was nuts. I mean, I thought people were chasing me. I was up for 3 days. I was in the back of the car with a flat tire, and like that was the last day I was in LA. I thought people were chasing me, and I had to get out of there.
So when did you get sober, like, from that?
Right after that happened, like right when I got back from. It wasn't like on crystal meth. I just accidentally, I was on like.
You accidentally took it?
Yeah.
How do you accidentally take something like that?
You snort a line of something that somebody says is blow. Yeah, and so then I was like, it hit me, and I was like, holy fuck, and then was just at a really, really like rock bottom low point, like with no means of anything.
Yeah.
And so like the difference is like now with the Adderall shit, right, that I was taking.
Yeah.
That was kind of like, I have ADHD.
Okay.
And I'm not saying Adderall's terrible for if you abuse it.
Yes.
And the thing is, I don't really have an off switch. And so, like, I don't touch the coke stuff. I went completely sober off that. I haven't touched any of the other drug stuff or anything at all. I've never done any other drugs.
So it was just Adderall.
And it was just
Yeah.
Adderall. You know, it was like a focus pill that I took to help me focus. But the problem was, I don't like to stop working.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of, when I felt it kind of wear off, I'd take another one. I would take another one. And it just got to a place where it was just too much. But yeah, I was in a really low point. And then I had to just retreat at 28 years old. I think it was back to Boston and just back to mom and dad in the house.
Wow,
Yeah.
No way. So you literally lived
They
out of your car.
were thrilled.
I bet they were just ecstatic.
They were thrilled. So I lived in my car, 3 months. 3 months.
How did you, like, what was your day today like?
Today in Nashville?
No, like your day to day back then when you were living out of your car.
So my day to day back then would be I would park in a nice neighborhood. I would get my pillow and blanket. I would recline the seat. I would go to bed. I'd wake up. I'd shower at the YMCA. Then I would go to at like 5 in the morning because you can't sleep in when you're sleeping in a car. And then I would go to the country club and try and compete against Juan Pablo and Javier for the jobs carrying golf bags at the country club. And I was a minority in there, so I was the only like white guy, so I didn't really get much work. And so there was all like family members. So like if they got a job, they would give it to a family member. So I'd be down there from like 5 a.m. sometimes till 3 waiting to carry a bag, and I would never get a job. And then right back to the car, same cycle. All the meanwhile ripping a line of cocaine and just fucking being a psychopath.
Holy cow. So you've like literally you've had like a gazillion different lives.
Yeah.
So you moved back home.
Mm-hmm. Moved back home.
And then when did you start making money? Like where and when?
So I came back home.
Wasn't there a wine store that you like got a job at?
I went and applied. They never hired me.
I wonder why.
No, I would have been the best liquor clerk in the world. I'll tell you that much.
You were very knowledgeable.
I would have brought the president of the United States in there. I'll tell you that much. He would have been buying from our store. No, I applied for the job, didn't get it, and then just went to my buddy's house. And I had always done this. Like my voice is what made me kind of just, start making money.
Yeah.
Because I'd always do these like. I had a great like broadcaster voice.
Great broadcaster voice.
So I would go up to like, when I went out in public before, because I went out to be an actor and comedian, and I would always go out and just put on my voice and just be like, walk up to random tables, be like, ESPN, Bob Menery here tonight. It is a beautiful day for baseball, and just like fuck with people.
That's insane.
And just do crazy shit like that.
How do you do that? Did you learn, or
I don't know.
did you just did it?
I don't know. I just have I had a voice that sounded funny.
That's insane to me.
Yeah.
So was your first big gig like the Buffalo Wild Wings?
B-Dubs was the first. Yeah, it was B-Dubs was the first one. I had some like little first start making money for me. Starting to make money was like a $500 like post or $1,000 post or something like that. Like that was.
And you were like, holy!
I was
cow.
like, this is the greatest life ever.
That's amazing.
And then cut forward to the amount of money that we've made now with different stuff is pretty crazy. So
that's insane.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you lived with your parents.
I lived with mom and dad. Small 2-bedroom apartment too.
Really?
Very small. Very small.
So when did that change?
That changed
Last year?
That changed. Like I said, the drugs have done a little bit to my memory, by the way. But that changed. No, that changed. I probably lived with them for like 6 months and then went back out because I grew quickly. I started doing these.
You did have a fast growth.
I had a very fast growth, because I started doing these voiceover things on the internet that would just get a lot of views.
Yeah.
I would just do like mock commentary over plays that happened, and just like a play would happen and an announcer would call it a normal way, but I would make it funny with my voice that sounds identical to an announcer, and then just add in comedic elements to it to try and make it better and funnier.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of took off. I was growing like 30,000, 40,000 people a day. It was nuts.
That's insane.
Out of nowhere, yeah.
That's
I didn't really even know what
amazing.
the social media really was. I didn't even do it.
That's crazy. Okay, so what? Also, because like I said, I did my research, but I couldn't. What was the whole you and Dave Portnoy thing?
Oh, Dave and I, like, you know, we're both from Boston. And so, you know, obviously when I was coming up and I was showing growth in numbers and all that stuff, I think Dave was obviously interested in picking up talent. You know,
Yeah.
it was like growing fast, like he still is today, or like anybody else is that's building like a media business. And so Dave was basically, I think I reached out to him too. He was like, hey, I'd love to, you know, maybe come in, because he said something was funny. He put something, I think, on the internet that was like, this guy's funny. So
Yeah.
I reached out to him. Long story short, I went in to see him, and we tried to get a deal done. And I didn't know really what I was doing at that time.
Yeah.
I was sitting across next from Portnoy and just kind of like negotiating a deal. And I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, no idea. And so I think that I don't even really remember. I think I started like just barking a little bit at him, and then he fucking barked back.
Ego got in the way?
Yeah, our egos got in the way. And then,
Okay.
but to this day, present day, I've talked to Dave. We've repaired our stuff. He came on the show and we kind of hashed it out a little bit. And Dave sat down with us a little bit ago. And yeah, Dave, I respect what Dave's done. Dave's building a monster, man.
It's crazy. I'm not going to lie. Barstool posted one of my videos one day.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, Barstool Sports.
Yeah.
Like, it was literally a video of my grandmother, my like 75-year-old grandmother, playing basketball and just eating shit.
Really?
Literally. Just like going down a basketball court and just eating shit.
Was it your video? Was the traction
It was
going
my
to you?
video.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, it was my video, and they like wanted to repost it, and I was.
Did
like,
they ask permission, or they
yeah,
just do it?
Yeah, they asked permission.
Oh, really?
And I was like, okay, that's the freaking coolest thing ever.
Yeah, I mean, it's they do a great job over there. He's built an empire with that pen gaming stuff and all that. So,
Okay,
Dave's-
so you said you're big into gambling.
I mean, yeah, I'm big into gambling.
Okay, what's like is it just like sports betting or actual gambling?
I mean, I don't really gamble as much anymore, but it was definitely sports gambling and just anything that you could gamble on, I would fire on.
See, my thing's blackjack.
Blackjack's a great game.
Like great. My thing.
What do
I can
you, what
stay
do you
up all
do?
night.
What do you do if there's a 6? The dealer has a 6, and and you get a 7 and a 4. What are you supposed to do?
You double down.
Okay, all right. I'm just checking. I
Yeah,
wanted to ask you the
double-
standard thing. I want to see if you're full of shit.
You're doubling. No, you're doubling down at that point.
My best was ever was 160,000 in 9 minutes. That was
What? What?
Yeah, that was
How?
that was a month and a half ago.
What did you do?
2 months ago. But by the way, I'm not like, I mean, I've lost over time because
Yeah.
you can't beat the house, obviously. But
No.
when I won the 160,000 in 9 minutes,
Yeah.
I was hot.
What were you playing?
My hand was on fire. I was playing high limit slot machines.
No, you are not. You are a liar.
I'm not lying to you on your
I
podcast.
want the receipt.
I have the receipt. It was on the internet. I documented like
It
my
was
whole
on
life.
the internet?
I just document my whole life, every fucking
What do
thing.
you wait? Were you in a casino when you played?
I was at the Cosmopolitan in Las Vegas, and they had to put caution tape around the room because I fucked that place up so bad. It was like a
Stop.
murder scene in there.
I'm.
No, I really did. So I went in there. I went to the Cosmo, and I was going to Vegas for 2 days for business, and I had no intentions of gambling. I said, I don't want to gamble.
See, neither did I. I was there for 24 hours for business. My room wasn't ready yet.
We may have a gambling problem. We have to talk about it. We're like,
Hey,
neither of
come
us
on.
wanted to gamble. We gambled.
Come on.
But no, so I was like, you know what? My assistant screwed up my key to my room. So
So it's your. Did you at least give him a cut?
fuck no.
He's the one who got you sitting at the table.
No, I did. I was the one who got me sitting at the table. So I go to put the key in, it doesn't work. I'm like, fucking Brett. I'm like, all right. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I got 15 minutes to kill. I'm like, I took out $5,000 from the cage. And I was like, all right, what do I want to do? All right, I'll play high limit slot machines. And so I went into the high limit slot machine, and I just was betting like $100 a pull. I was like, if I lose a $5,000 real quick, whatever, I don't give a fuck. And then I hit for like $1,300, and then the machine goes off. You have to wait for the person to come over,
Yeah.
like pay you out because of all the tax stuff and all that stuff and blah blah blah. So they came over and paid it. Then I went over to another machine, put it in, and it was like bing bing. And then I went to another one, it was like bing. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck is going on here? I hit like 5 machines. I won like $13,000 in like fucking 2 minutes. So then I go over to this other machine. Is all these, and this is like the ladies over there smoking a cigarette, like looking at this, and every machine, it's like Christmas, like it's like ding 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 ding.
I don't even know how to play a slot machine.
You put in $1 and press a fucking button. It's
But
not
don't you have
rocket
to like
science.
press a button to stop it
No,
or something?
no, it's not. You don't. It's not like building a spaceship or anything. You just like literally put in money and you go boop, and that's it. That's how you play a slot machine. It's
Okay,
so
smart
hard.
ass.
It's so hard.
Smart ass. I get you.
It's so
You know,
difficult to do. I'll put you.
Us-
There's a
us
YouTube instructional
intelligent
video.
Us intelligent people play table games.
I know.
okay?
Well, I don't like table games because I need to always have access to my cell phone. Because I always like to, you can't really use your phone in a blackjack table unless you have a private table in a room.
But why do you have to have access to your cell phone?
Because shit moves quick in my life.
Okay, but maybe that's a boundary you need to set.
I love it though. But I love it though.
You love it because you don't have to focus on your shit show of a life.
Fuck, you're right. Shit, that one hit home. I mean, all right. So you're suggesting that I put away my phone?
I suggest that you put away your phone.
Fuck.
You like set boundaries.
Fine.
You go to therapy.
All right.
Now that you're like sober.
I'm now good. No, I think I just need to get the toxic shit out of my life. I'm good.
No, but maybe you were the toxic.
I think that there were times where I was definitely, yes, toxic.
And I say that because, hey, I've been there. Like I said.
No, fuck that, actually. Fuck that. No, I wasn't. No, I fucking wasn't. I was at times, but I was like, 2 out of 10 responsible for toxic shit in this relationship. She was 8 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah, and you're not allowed to have her on the show to get the other side, all right?
That would be great.
Yeah,
imagine if she was like here today. Is she in Nashville?
No.
Yes, she is.
No.
Is that who you were on the phone with when you walked in?
No.
It's like, oh,
no.
get on the
I don't
plane.
know what you're talking
care.
about. No.
Yes, you do. Are you gonna?
No, I'm kidding.
You're gonna sit here and lie to me?
No, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. No, she's not in Nashville. I think she's in Los Angeles, California.
Oh, you think or you know?
I know that she's in Los Angeles, California. I still have her location right here. No, just kidding. Only kidding. Joking, guys. Totally joke.
Totally joking.
Totally joking. Yeah, so basically, long story short, I put in $150 or whatever in the slot machine here for $25,000. I'm up $35,000, and I'm like, all right, I should quit. I'm like, this has been 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But I still had to wait a little bit more time for all the other jackpots to clear. Next thing you know, I put in a $200 bet on the same machine that just hit 25 grand. Press the button, and all of a sudden, I had a 10 of clubs, Jack, Queen, King, Ace, all clubs, right? So that is a natural royal flush. That is the best thing you can hit on any of these machines. And I had a massive bet. Now, I didn't know how much money it would be. Now, the problem is this, though. You get really nervous, right? Because I'm looking at this royal flush, and I'm like, the worst thing you could fucking possibly do is press the wrong button.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hold, and then boop, and it was like 100,000. And I was like, all right, that's enough. Put the money in the fucking bag, and then gave it to my buddy, put it in the safe, and never gamble for the rest of the weekend.
Oh my gosh. See, that's a smart move. Sometimes it's hard to walk away when you're winning.
And that's the other thing too, because I was also like taking because I had taken little tiny breaks from Adderall.
Yeah.
But the Adderall actually like just makes you want to go hyper, because you hyper focus when you take it.
Okay.
So it makes you want to hyper focus towards whatever your mind's on.
Okay.
And you have no off button. So if I had done that during that moment.
Dear God, you're not on Adderall now.
No, this is regular natural energy, which I don't need anything. That's the thing.
No, you do not. If I had to endure you on Adderall, you're showing up today, and I was like, God only knows what we're going to get with this guy.
Mm-hmm. No, but the funny thing is it actually calms me down. So that's what it does. Like it depends. It does different things to different people, so it calms me down.
But when you overtake it, you like go psycho.
When you overtake it, you're just fucking geeked the fuck out.
Okay.
But like if you take it properly, like the right amount that you should,
yeah,
and you actually are a normal human being. That's why I'm not saying Adderall, fuck Adderall. There are kids that actually need it.
No, kids,
right?
100%.
But I just say be very careful if you're a parent or whatever, and your kids start taking it or whatever, just to monitor it.
Well, now there's so many new drugs other than Adderall that are so much safer.
I guess so.
Because I know, like my little sister takes stuff, but it's just take it twice a day because it's out of your system so quickly.
Yeah, I mean...
because she's ADHD.
I'll tell you the God's honest truth. The amount that I had taken 3 days ago in that whole entire week, it's probably still in my system.
Wait, did you guys just break up like 3 days ago?
Not 3 days ago. The incident that really...
What like broke the camel's back?
I mean, it was just found out something, and then after forgiving the something that had happened, the thing that had happened... The next day there was another follow-up incident, and I was just like, what the hell?
Was that the texting of the ex-boyfriend name change
No,
thing?
that was a while ago.
Oh, that was
That's why I should have probably broken this up a while ago, early on. But you know what, at the same time, like I said, I was a maniac too. But like,
did you actually have a ring, or did you just say that to make her feel worse about the situation?
What do you think?
I think there's a high probability of both.
That's a good point. Yeah, no, I definitely, I was intending on marrying her very soon.
You intended on it, but did you have a ring?
Of course I had a ring.
Are you lying to me?
I'm not
I feel
lying.
like that look is lying.
What are you talking about? No.
So you had a ring. What did it look like?
Why, you think that would like sting her if I just made that up?
Well.
No, not if she was checked out, it wouldn't. But
what did it look like?
It was just one of those circle things.
those circle things.
Yeah. I have. Let
me see a photo.
I don't have a photo because.
Oh, see, you're lying. You did not.
What do you mean? I had to
not-
clear the phone because I just cleared the phone because I wanted to just get rid of the past. So I cleared
You
all
did not have a
You
ring.
think I'm just gonna sit there? What do you want me to make the ring my wallpaper so I can stare at it every fucking day? Like, no, I cleared it all out of here. I didn't want to see that thing.
Where is it now?
Yeah, where's the ring now?
It's back in Boston.
Where in Boston?
It's at my place in Boston.
What are you gonna do with it? I mean, I
Probably gonna give
accept
it.
charity.
I'm probably gonna give it away to a follower.
Are you really?
maybe.
You should do that.
I might give it away to a follower. I always do stuff with my followers. Like I always fly them out every week to like different events. So like I flew a random kid out to the Kentucky Derby with me. He
Okay.
slept in the same hotel room as me. Like I give him the Menery experience.
Stop.
Start being real nice to you.
I'm a follower of yours now.
I just saw you did, but you had to have been with me for at least 3 months.
Well, then I need you to wait 3 months.
I'm not gonna give that ring away. Don't worry. I might as well just save it for the next person.
That is such bad karma. Oh my gosh, no.
Oh no, get rid of it. Right? Yeah, you're right. That's bad.
I even said with my ex-fiance, I was like, if we were to ever get engaged again, there has to be a different ring, right? Because that has bad juju. If you're like me, then you absolutely love going to concerts and sporting events. Sometimes buying tickets can be stressful, and Game Time takes all the stress away. There are flash deals and last-minute tickets. They're also easy to find and buy tickets for every kind of event in your area. You get images of the seat views, plus the lowest price is guaranteed, event cancellation protection, and job loss protection. I am currently on the search for George Strait tickets. I am a huge country music fan, and I cannot wait to see him in concert. That's why I go to Game Time. You can also forget planning months in advance. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the day of the event. You get exclusive flash deals on tickets for football, basketball, baseball, concerts, comedy, theater, and more. The Game Time guarantee means you'll always get the best price. And if you find tickets in the same section and row for less, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. So make sure that you snag the tickets without the stress with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code Savannah for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code Savannah for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I've recently been daydreaming about maybe moving to a beach somewhere, completely going off grid, starting over, and living by the water, being able to take long walks on the beach, maybe meeting a surfer boy, who knows? But in order to make that happen, I have to find the perfect place to live. Whether that's on the beach or in a small little town, apartments.com makes it super easy. I mean, the possibilities are endless. And with instant alerts, you'll never miss out on seeing what could be your new perfect place. So make sure that you visit apartments.com to find your perfect place, whether it's in the city, a small beach town, whatever fits your mood for the day. I hope you find it. And I'm telling you, apartments.com, I'm hitting you up. I may be moving to the beach soon. Unlocked with Savannah is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Most of you listening right now are probably multitasking. Yep, while you're listening to me, you're probably also driving, cleaning, exercising, or maybe even grocery shopping. But if you're not in some kind of moving vehicle, there's something else you can be doing right now. Getting an auto quote from Progressive Insurance. It's easy, and you could save money by doing it right from your phone. Drivers who save by switching to Progressive save nearly $700 on average, and auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Discounts for having multiple vehicles on your policy, being a homeowner, and more. So just like your favorite podcast, Progressive will be with you 24/7, 365 days a year, so you're protected no matter what. Multitask right now. Quote your car insurance at progressive.com to join over 29 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. National average 12 months of savings of $698 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June of 2021 and May of 2022. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Where are you from, by the way?
Where am I from?
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Atlanta, Georgia?
Yeah.
Atlanta's kind of boring.
I know, it's awful.
really-
You couldn't pay me to move back to that hellhole. You could not pay me enough money to move back there.
I used to do construction down in Decatur, Georgia.
No, you did not.
Yeah, I used to.
So you did construction too?
Yeah, I was doing concrete testing. So like when they build the buildings, I would be the guy that tested the concrete to make sure they didn't fall. So
Those buildings are screwed.
let's just say 9 out of 10 of them have fallen. They are no longer around. No lie. I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing. I was like, yeah, that's good.
What do you
It's
mean,
good, John.
no lie?
Huh?
Like, you're really being serious?
No, I don't think. I'm kidding. No, I don't think that. No, I don't think anything's fallen that I've died. But I used to. I'm just telling you, I didn't know really what the fuck I was doing too well. I would test these concrete. I didn't know. I was new and kind of got thrown into it, and definitely just you had to like stick a thing in this concrete and test it and look at it and put it through a meter and put water in it, and I was just like, all right. Sometimes I just be like, fuck it, it's good.
It's good. When was this? At what point in your life was this?
I don't even know. I don't remember. Like probably like 20, early 20s. Because
Okay.
I didn't go to college. I went to film school. I just shot a movie
either.
too.
Did you?
I just shot a movie with Jake Gyllenhaal and Conor McGregor.
Stop.
Yeah, we was down in Dominican Republic for a month and a half.
Way to go.
Yeah, it
so
was
what
good.
was your role in it?
So I'm a bad guy that's kind of stalking Jake, who's been in there Jake's been in town for a while. He's new into town, and so
Anything with Jake? Oh,
Gyllenhaal's a good dude. He's a really good dude. Came very close after that.
gorgeous.
He's a good looking dude. He's a really good looking guy. He's really talented. He's a very talented dude. Yeah, so it's cool. It's called Roadhouse. It's coming out soon, probably next summer, I think.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean that's
So,
what I always wanted to do. So I was like, you know what, fuck it.
7 years ago, you were living in your car
Mm-hmm.
to now, like staying at a nice hotel, doing what you do. Do you ever look at your life and think like, thank God?
I just kind of look at it and just be like, just don't let it go away. You know, don't fuck it up again. You know. So
Okay.
That's basically it. I mean, yeah, I've done some of the most incredible things in the world. I mean, I've done, you know, crazy things that I can't even explain to you that are just.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done?
I helped evacuate people out of Afghanistan when they fell to the terrorists, and all that was happening.
No way.
Yeah, so like I'm telling you, I took Adderall and just fucking, I'm not joking. I took Adderall and just somehow got involved in helping evacuate some people out that I didn't even fucking really know, but I kind of knew, and that
is
they needed to get out of there. And so I was
Okay.
working with like a couple guys, government guys, and just like on the phone up to real time when that bomb went off in the airport.
Wow.
And I was
That's
just
the
all-
thing. I feel like there can be huge misconceptions about you. Like, because things that you've said, you've done some really awesome things for people.
I just chased a tornado 2 weeks ago.
That was part of your bucket list.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
And, okay, where did you chase this tornado?
We landed in Missouri, in the middle of bumfuck Missouri. I was freaking the fuck out, and I stayed at the hotel, and I couldn't sleep all night long because I've always wanted to do it. I was fascinated. I spend like 5 hours sometimes just watching tornadoes on YouTube over and over again.
Live in Nashville.
Just like, right?
You'll be fine.
This is right. This is right where it is, right?
Yeah.
And so I called Reed Timmer, the biggest storm chaser in the world, the best, and I was just like, Reed, I want to link up with you. I want to chase a tornado. We've been talking about it for a while. I pussied out like 3 times, and then finally I was like, all right, I'm fucking in. And I was like, I had a bicycle helmet on when because I didn't want to get hit in the head with the hail. The hail was unbelievable. We went through that storm, and we were like, we were inside the tornado for a minute, and we were in a Subaru, and I was in the back seat, and the hail was like the size of, I mean, this big.
No way.
Yeah, just fucking hitting your shit. Like,
So, what do you do when you chase a tornado? Like,
I do nothing. I sit in the back seat and try not to distract anybody, but panic at the same time. But you basically just kind of,
how did your car not just get destroyed?
because he's the best in the world at it. He doesn't allow you to get hit.
Really?
Guaranteed survival.
Oh my gosh, I would love that.
It's really an adrenaline rush. I mean, there's 2 ways to get it. The tornadoes come and usually want to get ahead of it, but Reed likes to go from behind. And so the problem is when you go from behind, you get all the hail and all the rain. Because if you're ahead of it, the storm's going this way and you're right here.
Yeah.
You're kind of just watching it pass through you. But if you're going behind it and you got to go through all the stuff, and then it's like tornado right then.
That's insane.
And so that's when all the hail, because he likes to see the hail, have the hail hit the car and stuff. And You know,
So you've accomplished though a lot of things on your bucket list, like 70 to 80%.
I just archived that today. I took that off the internet.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't, because it was there. I just saw it this morning.
I archived it this morning.
See, I beat you to it before you do it.
Rats.
I beat you to it. So what's the next thing you want to accomplish on your bucket list?
Probably just to get.
Definitely didn't archive it because it's still right here.
Oh shit! Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't really.
Develop a cocaine problem and survive.
I did that.
Oh, okay.
I already did that.
Got it. Okay, have a child.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely have a kid one day. I mean, and I am right to be a father. I promise I'd be a good father. I know it seems like I'm a little out of control.
Why are you trying to convince me?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Nothing. I'm just saying it seems like I would be a horrible father based on all I'm telling and all this stuff, but.
No, but my thing is, it's like you're not running from it. You're living it. You're speaking about it. So kudos to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to have a child one day, of course.
Okay, great. Glad you tried to convince me of that. Get my pilot's license.
Would you fly with me?
Not no, but
If I was on
hell
Adderall,
no.
I'm like,
Hell no.
you would fly
I
with me.
would
Come
not
on.
fly
Let me
with
take
you.
you for a little flight. That's it.
No. Okay, let's see. Meet Denzel Washington.
Haven't done that yet. I'd love to meet Denzel. I've looked up at
That'd
Denzel
be
forever.
Great.
Cool. Imagine him on the podcast with you.
Who's that other guy?
There's a lot of other guys.
All right, you're cutting this out.
Yeah, let me guess.
Who's
Let
the
me
black
pick
guy?
what that
Who's
one is.
the other really famous black actor? Like the older guy.
There's a lot of them.
Huh? Okay, so Morgan Freeman, I was at the Four Seasons in Beverly Hills, and it was like in the midst of COVID. And I go to get on the elevator, and like the door's about to close, and this guy put his hand in the elevator to like let me on. And I look at him, I was like, thank you so much. And I saw that he had like a Mississippi logo on like his sweatshirt he was wearing. And I was like, oh, no way. Are you from the South? And he's just talking away. And you would think I would automatically know it was Morgan Freeman.
His voice, very recognizable voice.
Yeah. But it wasn't until I got off the elevator that I was like, oh my God, I think that was Morgan Freeman. Like it took me a whole 15 floors.
Well, did you confirm it was Morgan Freeman, or was it just?
Oh, I did. I asked people at the
Okay.
front desk. They were
Okay.
like, yeah, you're right.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a shitty hotel that tells you where
I
Morgan
know.
Freeman's staying.
I know. Let's see. All right. I'm trying to. Okay. Win 100,000 at a casino. You did that.
I kind of added that to the thing after I already did it.
Okay. You've got some very. Okay. Some of these you need to find Jesus.
What do you mean?
Some of these on this list sleep with over 100 girls. That is not attractive. That's not a good quality.
I'm not trying to be attractive. Oh no, there's a call here from.
Oh no.
No, we're good.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, so you should probably add find Jesus to the bottom of this list.
I will. Okay.
Okay.
Which I thought about doing. I may find Jesus.
Really?
I just don't know. Yeah, where do you find him?
Well, I think you're at the perfect place to find him.
Okay, so he's
right
waiting
now.
for me. Ready? He's ready to go.
He's waiting.
I just went to a Satan convention and I didn't I stumbled upon one. No, it was awful. It was awful. I'm very obviously like I made fun of them, but it was like I stumbled upon my niece and nephew were staying at this Marriott hotel in Boston,
Okay.
and I was only supposed to stay for 5 minutes just to say hello to them. It was his birthday, and they get dropped off at the Marriott, and I meet him there, and there's all these like protesters outside. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I go inside, and there's people with like devil horns. There's people like ripping up Bibles and all this stuff. I'm like, oh my God. And
that would like disturb me
Bro,
so
I
bad.
ruined the Marriott Hotel. If you go look at the Marriott Hotel's recent comments, because I just went on 4 hours and I just tore them apart because they were at the
Well,
Marriott.
because by you hosting a convention like that, you agree with it.
Yeah, and the other thing is, too, they didn't tell any of their hotel guests that there was a Satan convention going on there. So my niece and nephew, they're like 9 and 11, and they're walking around. There's all these people like literally like dressed as the devil and all this stuff, praising the devil. And so I was pissed. So I went off. I spent 4 hours there, then finally got thrown out.
And what was Marriott's response to you?
They didn't respond to me. They just didn't do anything. I don't think they just left all the comments there and anything. They should have taken that post down. All their comments are like 11 comments, 10 comments. It's like 1,000 on the one I.
That's insane. Yeah, that's awful. The fact that you would host something like that as a corporation such as that.
I mean, some of the Jesus freaks are just as wild too, but at the same time.
Okay, yes.
You know?
I mean, that could be taken very offensively.
No, but I'm saying like, no, but I mean, I'm saying
you can
like.
definitely take things way too far. Like you can take it too far left, too far right. You can take things way too far.
Yeah, I mean, look, I believe in God, all that stuff and whatnot, but at the same time, like.
You're not going to shove it down
To
someone's throat.
each their own. I mean,
exactly.
You're right. That's the country we live in. You can do whatever
Well,
you
yeah,
know.
some people, it's like, just like that Netflix special that came out about the cult, the church
Yeah.
here in Nashville.
Yeah.
It's literally like probably 20 minutes from here to where they thought you could like beat your kids into believing in Jesus and all these crazy diets. And
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's crazy.
People are fucked.
Oh my gosh.
See, that's why I know I ain't even that bad.
Yeah, you're not that bad.
No.
You're really not.
You're gonna see me at one of those rallies later then. All right.
Okay, some of these. All right, I'm gonna find one more. Let's see.
On my bucket list.
Whew, yeah.
Chia pet. My hair stinks. I have the worst hair in the world.
Do you? You should do something about that.
I can't. There's nothing you do about it. They've tried. I swear to God. I've tried everything. I swear. Like I've had like some lady trying like not perm. I wouldn't let her, but she's like, "Let me perm your hair." I'm like, "Nah, ain't happening."
Why? You should. You would look
I'm
good
not
with curly hair.
I'm from Boston. We don't perm our hair, dude.
You would look good with curly hair.
No, I know, but I'm not doing it.
Do like a curly mullet.
See, what I have to do is I usually put the hair gel in the hat. Well, I don't do it anymore because I don't really give a shit. But I used to put the hair gel because now it's easier to get women based on my like status. So I used to like have to try. Now I can just like get women based on just I'm not just being whatever. Like it's the world. Like when I had nothing going
status.
on. My status meaning like I got like girls are sometimes like some girls are like little clout chasers, right?
Yeah, but why do you want that? Is that who you want to have? You're 35.
I don't want a relationship. I don't want a relationship right now. No.
You're getting old.
I know I'm getting to be an old man, but I don't want a relationship now.
So if you want a kid, you want it with a clout chaser?
No, I don't want a clout chaser. I'm going to adopt a child, I think, from somewhere. Should I do that?
Hold off.
Okay.
Go to therapy. And then
I'm fucking with you. I fuck around, by the way. I'm not always serious. I'm not going to adopt a child.
I know.
No, I would not do that to the child.
Okay.
I wouldn't, trust me, I wouldn't do that to the child.
Smart move.
Maybe I'd adopt like a 17-year-old kid or something that was like really talented athlete.
Honestly, I have said... You got me with the talented athlete part.
I'm like, I'll take him, and I'll take him, and I'll take him. Yep, thank you.
I'm not going to lie. I've said that I could definitely see myself adopting. With having both my parents in prison and seeing the system and how many kids lose their parents
No, it's awful.
and end up in the foster care system.
Oh, it's awful. I can't
I
imagine
could
it.
easily see myself like taking in kids and just being like, come live with me. Like,
Yeah.
let's figure it out.
I think that it would be amazing if you ever did that. That's a good thing.
Yeah. So, well, I thank you so much for coming
This
on my
was
podcast.
so much fun. I love this.
It was fun.
This is a lot of fun. I appreciate it. Thank you. And let me know so I can send some of those wild animal followers of mine over your shit.
Can't wait. Still trying to figure out why you were trying to convince me that you wanted a child, but that's fine.
All right. Well, and before we do this, I got to get you out here real quick. Let me just real quick. If you don't mind, I have to do it. I have to do it. I really appreciate all the advice. It's been a dark time. I really appreciate it. Thank you for sitting down with me.
Oprah.
Thank you for having me on the show.
Yeah.
You have a great show, by the way.
Thank you.
You did a great job.
Yeah, you were funny and dark, and not sure why you tried to convince me that you were going to be a good father, but to each their own.
Damn it, you are cruel. All right, that's it. Love it.